So it's March and I'm out walking in my city. It's just nice to walk around the city blocks instead of in my neighborhood. Something different. But I have walked this path before and it leads down to the river, and I'm getting a little bit closer to it. Like I have mentioned way back when in one of my wellness journey videos, there's like a community garden here. I think there used to be a armory down here, that sort of thing. But they've changed it, and they have like this little park down here, and it has what would you call it? A dock that you can walk out on, and I have walked out on it. I didn't realize that they released it and let it float out to the anyway, I'll show you. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're to the edge here. There is a railroad track bridge, and then further in the distance, if you can see some vehicles, there's another bridge. This is a river right here, still partially frozen, but out in the distance here, let me scroll in a little closer. They released the dock that was sitting here, and they just anchor it out there and just let it freeze out there instead of trying to pull it up on shore and wrecking it. So I guess it makes sense. So yeah, usually it's docked up right here, and I've walked out on it before. So yeah, pretty interesting what they do to it. All right, I'm going to continue my walking here, and it's a gloomy, rainy day. Well, friends, it's 32 degrees. I've been getting up later and later. It's almost 8 o'clock. Buses have already gone by. I want to go for a walk in my town. I'm going to grab my coffee here. And I want to... It's just nicer to go for a walk outside. And when you're cooped up all winter... Yeah, I think everybody knows that. All right, it said 32, a little chilly. I'm gonna have to probably wear 2 layers. So I'll wear a long sleeve and then my sweatshirt with a hoodie. And you can hear the birds. They're ready for spring. They're very ready for spring. All right, I'm gonna finish my coffee here, and then I'm gonna jump in the car and go into my town and walk around some city blocks. I came to a park that's in our town. I've been here before, last year, I believe. And I'm just gonna get out and start walking around now. We have a river. We have 2 lakes and a river. This is part of the river that goes through our downtown. Well, quite not downtown, but it goes through our town. And well, the majority of the ice is broken up. So the birds are loving it because we've got the geese that are coming back and the swans. Just goes to show you that people don't follow the rules. If there's a crosswalk, you got to stop. We have a hardware store here that has been actually in the family, run by the same family, I believe for over 100 years. And I believe he might be the last generation as well. But they always decorate their windows so nicely. Definitely some beautiful homes on the lake here. Always really nice and well kept. Another one over here. Now, mind you, we do have our share of not so nice, but we have some well kept homes. This is one of the lakes. It's the smaller lake that we have here. It does have a river that runs into it, like I said, and there is like a little dam that's with it, connected to it as well. Maybe one day I'll walk out that way. Well, drive out there and then walk. So today I'm going to do my exercising in the house, and then it's nice enough and I want to actually check out the garden. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to walk outside, do a little bit on the treadmill, and then walk outside as well. So, all right, here we go. Gotta turn on my music. Okay, friends, done with the exercises for today. Now I'm going to get some walking in, and I will bring you along with, but I'm going to get some more water in here, so when I go outside, I can bring it with. Well, friends, I'm ready to take a walk outside. I'm going to see if I can walk the yard. I don't know how wet it is, so we will check it out together. I did this last year. It actually wasn't that bad, as long as I kept an eye out for any holes or severe inclines. Everything's all dead looking and not very nice because we're just getting out of winter. And we've had a few surprise, really super cold, below freezing temperatures again, and snowstorms. Plus it's popped up to 60 degrees in some days. So it's been really strange. Let's see, we need some fence work done here. We had some trees fall on our fence here a few years ago. And as you can see, there's some that have fallen back in there. This isn't our property, but the property owners did say that we could, get some things trimmed down. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And my husband's gonna be retiring, so yay, we'll be able to get it done, right? So far, it's not wet, squishy back here. I thought for sure it would be, because this is usually where it is wet, is the back of the yard here. Usually we have little ponds. But yeah, you can see the fencing. It's old. This fencing is over 20 years old. And it's pushed its way up because of the frost and, all of that. So it needs to be fixed. And my husband's plan is to get it fixed. I never did come out here and trim the stuff out of this garden here, but I'm okay with that. It was just wildflowers. Everything looks great. Can't do anything though for quite a while. And we just put cardboard on here to whatever does disintegrate goes into the dirt. Cardboard newspaper is good for that. All right, so we'll come over this way. These ones look good. This is where the asparagus is. So we have faith about that. These are the blueberry bushes. We had some issues with these two here, so we'll see how they do this year. It looks like they're still green, because if you see the red here, and then that one there looks good as well. So everything looks good. And then I plan on putting my morning glories on these trellises here that my husband had found, that we had just packed away, didn't use after so many years. So I'm going to put a climbing plant on those. All right, it looks like I'm not going to walk up this way because we did watch my nephew's dog for a while and my daughter's dog. So I'm going to walk a little different way because that's where they did their duties. I don't want it on my shoes. All right, I'll come back up here. I'm going to go grab my water quick. I forgot to grab it. Okay, I'm going to go back inside and get on the treadmill. It's a little too cold out this morning. There's a little bit of a crisp breeze and I can feel it in my face. So in the house I go. Okay, so I came in. My glasses are fogging up. Too crispy cold out there. So I'm gonna go onto the treadmill. This is why I'm glad my husband got the treadmill. For this exact reason. It's too cold. Or ugly weather. Alright, I'm gonna unfog my glasses. I'm gonna grab some coffee to warm up. Then I'm gonna go downstairs onto the treadmill. All right, friends. Well, we are in here and we're looking at my wellness journal that I keep for myself, how many miles I walk, and the steps. This month for March 2026, I got 106.55 miles in, and I did 260,000 plus steps. I did 13 days with 10,000 or more steps. I could have gotten more in, however, I ended up hurting my back because I pushed it too much. So I ended up sacrificing a whole lot. And then we'll look at this. We'll see, I threw my back out right here. Okay, so I was out this day and this day. I tried it again. Back was still bothering me. So yeah, it took me a long time to recover from that. And then I just took it easy on the treadmill. I had 6 days with a no workout. Now down here, we did some family things. So I didn't do any exercising. You know, I did walk around and I did schedule or put down how many steps I got in for the day and how many miles I got. But so out of 31 days, I only did 25 days of actual exercising, which in my eyes is really, really good from someone who has never really put exercising, you know, as a priority. So let's see what March or April has to bring. Because in April, I plan on increasing my exercise. I wasn't real committed with doing the exercising itself. I tended to gear towards more the treadmill. So now I want to commit 100% in doing the exercising on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then on my treadmill, I want to increase the incline to a 1. So we'll see how that goes because I still have not lost any weight. I must be building a lot of muscle in my legs, but haven't lost any weight yet. That it will end it totally for March 2026. And now we're falling into April, folks. We're in April. It's 5:32 in the morning. I'm really trying to commit. I had my alarm set for 5, shut it off, and laid there until a little bit ago. I grabbed some coffee. I know I'm not going to be going outside today, but do a quick weather check here. Really dark outside, like really dark. Yeah, I'm outside and you can't tell. All right, except for the little light that we have down at the end of the stairway there. At least it's actually decent. I might actually go for a walk later on today. I hope so. Well, here I am again, out walking around my city, and this courthouse I've mentioned before in the past during my walks, it is still empty. There was rumors that something was supposed to go in there, like small businesses and that, but they don't last in a small town. You have to be able to attract people, and it just doesn't happen. So, all right, I'm going to continue my walk. An idea of how big this building is, there's the side of it right there. So it is pretty big. Pretty big. I believe last month I had shown some video in regards to an old hardware store that's been in our small little town for over 100 years, and it's still run by the same family. This is the one side of it, and then the other side's got all those other windows with it really decorated real pretty, and I'll show some more video of that a little later down this video. But I'm also going to show you that here's their doors for receiving goods. They still use it. The semis have to park on the main road there and unload, but it's what they have to do. So here I am. I'm in the back part. I did video the front. It's opposites, but anyway. Here they redid this window. It's so cute. This is that hardware store again that's been around for over 100 years. Whoever does their window displays is so good at it. I believe that's the same And that's the same as well. All right, friends, I made it back into my car. We've had such weird weather. They predicted we were supposed to be in the 60s, and it's only in the 30s today. And there's a bad wind chill, so I cut the walking around my hometown short, and I'm gonna go home and walk on the treadmill to finish getting my steps in. All right, we'll catch you on another day. Well, friends, that's gonna end April's wellness journey update. Things really haven't changed much. I am committed. It might not be absolutely every day, but it's a good portion of the month. I would say 3/4 of the month I'm committed. And that makes me feel good. I haven't lost any weight, but I have not gained any. So I guess that's a plus. I'm gonna have to take it because that's what God wants me to take right now, and that is what I'm going to take. I do want to thank a really good friend of mine, Karen, for making a inspirational sign for me for on my treadmill, because I was explaining to her how sometimes you just get discouragement, and even though you are melting away in your thoughts, I just needed a little help, and she gave me a little inspirational sign to put onto my treadmill, but it also covers how many miles, how many minutes, and what I'm doing. As it covers that, because I was focusing on that, and I don't need to focus on that. Anyway, I said this is going to end this April's wellness journey month, and it's going to. I just made a fresh pot of coffee. I got some things I need to get done today, and I'm going to get them done. And thank you so much for joining me. I know watching someone else's weight loss exercise journey isn't the greatest, but I'm putting it out there. It holds me accountable. And if you want to watch me try to hold myself accountable, you're welcome to it. If you folks like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel, give the videos a thumbs up, and I want you to make it a really great day.